Hey, welcome back to Backyard Adventures, and I want to talk about a sprinkler system that I've been using for really probably 20 years now, since I've been living in my own houses, and that is basically an external sprinkler system, something that doesn't require having all the pipes laid all out and everything all figured out. It's allowed me to adapt to the yard and the budget that I have. That is using these hose connecting type of devices, and basically what it is there's a variety of them, but Orbit, Rainbird, Melner, all the different brands. I've used all of them. Some of these I've gotten at garage sales from people passing them on. I've bought some, and it's been a very affordable way for me to be able to set up a sprinkler system. And I'm not necessarily loyal as far as these to one brand. You can get individual ones, and I would actually say anyone who has any sort of sprinkler type of situation should get at least one of these for their yard. It will save you time, it'll save you money, and it'll give you a lot of satisfaction. This is one that I've used for many years, and actually has recently died. I've had issues with the wires and things, so replacing this one. What I do is you get your hose or your faucet and your hose, and you basically intercept it with one of these devices, and it allows for this to automatically turn on, turn off based off of do you want it watering every day for 10 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes? Do you want it going every other day, once a week? There's a variety of ways you can set these things, and you can just set it and be good to go. And so you can see down here I have this sprinkler, which is watering my grass, and that's connected all the way. I'll go over and show you it all the way over at my house. I've got one of these fourplex. These are one of these that have 4 different offshoots, and so from that I've got a sprinkler that's over in my far part of the yard. I've got one that waters here, and then over in my back part of the yard I've got one that's connected to a drip system to the garden, and and there's one that goes to the front yard. So I have that setup's been great, because once I have the sprinklers geared to go, I've got a nice green yard. I can customize based off of where I've got plants and things like that. So it's a super easy thing, and it actually is fairly affordable. And part of why I say it saves you money is that there's an upfront cost. Those things can cost anywhere from 50 to, I don't know, probably 80 bucks. So you can go on to Amazon, Home Depot, any of those kind of places, your local hardware store, and all of them in their sprinkler section, they'll have those things there, whether it's the solo or up to 4. And you plug those things in, you can kind of customize where you want it. And I think it ends up saving quite a bit of water over the growing season, because you're like, I want this thing going for 6 minutes, and it turns off, and it's not like you forgot it, it was going for 20 minutes, and then another day it's going for 15. And you can go on trips, you don't have to worry about it. Although if it's going to rain a bunch, you can turn it off. So there's different settings like that. So there's the cost savings, there's the time, the amount of time it takes to water plants, especially as your yard and your flowers and all that grow bigger and bigger. That can save you huge amounts. And then it's also just the satisfaction of knowing that everything is getting the right watering. It makes everything green and beautiful, and it's just so nice to be able to go out in the yard, have hosting people over, and you don't have like all these dead spots or dead plants that you've invested in. So really want to encourage you to consider that. Now, as I talk about the brands and all that, I'm not real loyal to a brand, but what I did find is that I like to be able to, these are the valves, the automatic valves, and some of them are built in. You can buy these things. I don't have any, well, I guess this is probably the closest. This has 2 valves built in, so the hose goes in one end, valves go out the other, and I can have basically 2 circuits. The problem is if one of these breaks or isn't working right, the whole unit's bad, and that's so on these fourplex ones, if it's all built in together, I'm worried that if there's a problem with one, it's going to affect all of it. And so I like these things where you basically plug these in to a unit, your 4 channels, and I've had where at least probably once a year one of these will go bad, whether it's leaking, plastic breaks, gets brittle, whatever. And so I can buy more of these and replace it. So over the years I've gotten a couple replacement ones, and been able to keep using the main computer system, and I just replaced those out. So let me take you over and show you what it actually looks like plugged in. This one was another one that recently died, and I had this one for, I don't know, 7 years or so. So they do last for a while. They're not as good as the in-ground systems. It's a whole different world, and it's a great thing if you can invest the time or money into that. But it's very costly to get somebody else to do it. And I'll be showing you in a future video. I'm actually installing an in-ground one right now. And so I'll have one that's my old system, and until I get time to replace that, I'll just keep using that. But the other one I'm switching over, so I encourage you to keep watching the channel and you'll see more information about that. Let's jump over and look at the one I have set up and kind of how I have that. Okay, so what I've got here is my my faucet is actually down below these plants here, and so I kind of buried that there, and you can see the hoses. I've got this one here kind of takes care of this area, and then I've got a couple hoses that take off. And what I'll do is I'll get fresh mulch and just kind of put it over this that hides the hoses, but it's nice because I can kind of customize that, and it's very low cost compared to some of the things. So over here, you can see this one's an orbit system, and I've got 4 of these valves plugged into this, and I can go and it's a little awkward, but I can go. Right now I have it turned off because it just rained, but I have this all set, so each one is ready to go. Let me put this back on here. So that kind of stays hidden, and you can see coming around here, this is kind of the ugly part of the yard here, but take those hoses and run them. One goes all the way down the yard there, another one goes off to another spot, and it's great because things are watered. Now, I have over the years, whenever I'm digging, like I had a drain field back here that went out, and when I went out, I had all these channels dug for the people who were putting in the drain field, and before they covered that back up, I went through and put some pipes down, and so I've got now sprinklers set up in a kind of in-ground area, and as they pop up out of the ground, I just have a hose adapter, and the hose connects to those, and I've got basically kind of a hose system mixed with an in-ground system. So I've been building that up over the years. Coming over here, got my drip system, so that's also connected, so the drip system goes through and waters the different plants that the sprinkler isn't hitting. Coming back over here to the patio, I've got, you know, things like this. I've got pots that I'll hook up to the drip system. You can come through here and see down here, I gotta get those plugged, go in the right direction, but so it's kind of hidden, but it's easy and something I can kind of work with. And again, it keeps everything nice and green. I've got that drip system that comes through here, and it's underneath this mulch. So I've got the small little drip system that just kind of hits each rose bush, but doesn't water everything else and cause the weeds. Come back over here, let me show you a sprinkler head. So you can't see this right now, but right down here, if you come a little closer, you can see right here I've got a sprinkler head. So I had, when they did that drain field, there was a ditch that went through here. As they had this thing dug up and it was going out into my drain field, I went and put a couple pipes in. So I've actually got some sprinklers here and there that are all connected to that that hose manifold. So it's a super easy thing to do. And again, I've gotten pretty complicated. I think I've had up to 12 different valves going at one time when I had this thing really hitting it well. Now I'm kind of switching half and half with the in-ground system, but it allows for so much, and you don't have to get that complicated. I mean, you can go get the 1 or 2 valve and have one for your front yard, one for your backyard. If you haven't looked into a drip system, start small, but those things are amazing for what it can do for your hanging baskets, and it saves so much time by not having to go and, you know, get that watering bucket out every other day or whatever you got to do during the heat of the summer. So, and again, it's a super easy system, but you basically get your sprinkler heads. You can sometimes get 2 heads on one hose, depending on how much gallons per minute and all that. But you get your timer, hook it up to your hose, have a couple hoses running out to where you want it to go, set it up in the spring. It'll go all summer long into the fall, and it works fabulous. All right, so let me give you a couple of things that I'm concerned about, or the things I don't love about this type of system. One is every winter you do need to get this thing put away before it freezes. And so I go and I take these all apart, or just take them all off the faucets and the hoses, and kind of blow them out and just make sure they're dry, because, and then I put them inside, because if you know, freezing water and especially plastic pieces and electronics do not go well together. So there's been times where I forgot about it, or I just let it go too long, and I lost several of these from freezing. And I don't figure that out until the next year. I set it up and I got it going, all of a sudden I realized there's water spraying all over. So that's one issue. Second issue is, and you probably saw this over there, some of these things will have, you know, these wires are sticking out. You're trying to figure out, how do I get this going? And there's the weight of the hose pulling on it. And you can damage the wires. I've got, I don't know if, oh yeah, here, come and let's see if you can zoom in here. But you can see, perhaps, This one's gotten frayed from bending back and forth and just getting brittle, being out in the, I don't know if it's out in the sun or if an animal got a hold of it. But you know, again, these things get kind of costly, and you mess the wires up and it's shot. So you are dealing with that, and just anytime you have to move something, set it up, take it down, damage can happen, leaks can happen. It's plastic pieces, so sometimes you're tightening it and you tighten it too much. So I don't love that. There is still some visibility issues of, you know, if you have this thing in a very prime spot in your house and it's set up and you see all these like big things shooting off your faucet, it looks kind of weird. Like I have a spot in my backside where I'll have like 6 of these, and they're all over the place, and it looks weird, but it's hidden. Some people have these in the front yard and you got the hoses coming out. It doesn't look quite as appealing. So it's not bad, but it's just something to consider. The ideal situation is that in-ground one. The in-ground is the same concept, except it's set and you just you turn it off and you can blow the water out, and you don't have to reset it up each year. The sprinklers are all hidden. That's the way to go. But again, it's the cost and the time. So anyway, hopefully this is helpful. I'd love to help answer any questions you have. Throw those in the comments. I try to get to those at least once a week or a couple times a week. Just give some replies back if you got questions. But I've used this for like 20 years and it's been great, and I got a pretty huge yard now that has really been benefited from this. This is the first year soon I'll have an in-ground one, but I've been able to use this for years, and I'm a pretty cheap guy. This has been very affordable. So anyway, hope this is helpful, and have a good life.